Hello everyone, and welcome to the second talk video, and today I want to talk briefly about why a certain shonen by the name of Fairy Tail is my favorite shonen, and I also want to ask you guys, what is your favorite shonen? By the way, a quick note on this kind of content will also be on the channel, and it's a way of us actually getting our personal opinions out there, talking about stuff that we wanted to talk about, and directly get talking to you guys as well. I am sorry if my lighting in the room isn't that amazing. I need to get better lighting, because it always looks like I record from a cave, even when I live stream and stuff like that. I apologize for that. It might also be because I'm a vampire, so I don't like the sunlight, I don't like natural light and stuff like that. I am white as a ghost, as you can see, so there you go, that's out of the way. But yes, anyway, I want to talk about why I like Fairy Tail briefly. By the way, these are not crazy in-depth, like, super mega shonen reviews or anything like that. I want to talk briefly why I like Fairy Tail, and then ask you guys, like I said, what shonen is your favorite, and for what reason, so we can get a conversation going, and yeah, just talk to you guys, and see what you guys think as well, and for what reason. Also, I'm probably using my hands a little bit too much, but it's always fun. It's like I'm a magician. So there you go. See this? See that? That's... okay. That's enough of that right now. So anyway, why do I like Fairy Tail as a shonen so much? Well, for me personally, as my main shonen, I was mostly watching Naruto and Shippuden. And for me, Shippuden, and for many people, for I want to say 90% people and up, some people might still be saying like, oh, it's still a good show after the Pain arc. Shippuden after the Pain arc, in my opinion, it had a drop-off point. That was the drop-off point right there. The Pain arc, the entrance of Naruto in that arc, was absolutely amazing. That was stellar, the fights were stellar. The insanity, the absurdity of the show was just at its peak over there. It was excellent writing. Still don't like Sakura much as a character because I think she's just mostly a flawed character. I guess she can get away a little bit in Naruto because, well, she's still a kid and stuff. But in Shippuden, it's just like, you're not well written. I'm sorry, you're not well written. So, never really had hope for Sakura. Sasuke got a little bit annoying, but I think up until that arc, Sasuke wasn't insanely annoying. He gets insanely wish-washy after the Pain arc. And the Pain arc in general, after that point, like I said, it's the drop-off point. It's a shame, because, well, a lot of us like Naruto, of course. Some might say, like, oh, I don't like it or whatever. Oh, it's too mainstream, so I won't watch it. Fuck those guys. If they don't even, like, give it a chance, you'll never learn. And that brings me to Fairy Tail right away. Because I at first had pretty much the same view as a lot of people on Fairy Tail, like, oh, it just looks like fan servicey bullshit with no depth or any quality to it or anything. And yeah, that's what I constantly, like, that kind of stuff that I said against my friend. But I'm also fair in the sense of that I will try something out and see if I like it for myself to, like, 100% know, and to actually, well, back up my arguments why I think the show, the game, the movie, whatever, might be not just so amazing, and that somebody might be a little bit blinded by, I don't know, nostalgia or something. In this case, there's no nostalgia, because Fairy Tail is actually the brand spanking new shonen out of the big three, which, I don't know numbers, see that? I wanted to do 3, but 4, because Fairy Tail is in there now. So there you go. Yeah, Fairy Tail is pretty much alongside the big 3 now, which is One Piece. Although I say big 3, Bleach has been dead for a little bit, because it ended on the Fullbring arc and everything. We're hoping to see that back, but I still count it as one of the big 3. It still counts. But yeah, it's among that now, and I like it once more. But yeah, briefly to go back, I'm sorry if I'm rambling a little bit too much, by the way. Keep in mind, this is a free-form form of content. And, well, yeah, I usually gave my friend, like, shit on, like, why do you like the show? It doesn't really look like it has depth or anything. Like, how could it be better than something, like, that I'm watching, like Shippuden or whatever? Then I watched it, and I was, like, a few episodes in, sure, ladies have breasts, guys have abs and stuff, but look, if you've seen a shonen, you've seen abs, okay? You've seen abs, you've seen that people have chests and stuff, and it doesn't offend me. I get it. In Fairy Tail, well, some of them have bigger chests, I don't know. It's just there, okay? It's just there as part of the show. It's not insanely fixated upon, in my opinion. They do make humorous situations out of it now and then, which I'm totally okay with, because they don't fixate on it for, like, episodes and episodes and episodes. There is actually story that goes on, there's actually crazy villains and everything, there's actually proper progression, the powers in the show are done amazingly well, by the way, and that's a major thing for me as well. If a shonen if a show in general, like, yeah, just anime in this case mostly, manga as well, manga to a lesser extent, well, actually I'd say to a lesser extent, but for an anime, if a power is done extremely well, then it's executed really flashy, really high intensity craziness in anime, and yeah, if you get that animated, it looks so cool, and that's what they've done in Fairy Tail as well. They've got magic, but it's not stereotypical, like, old Western magic, where it's like Gandalf walking around with a stick, guiding around some, I wanted to say goblins, but he guides around hobbits, I'm sorry, and he goes like, "You shall not pass," flings a fireball and stuff like that. It's not that kind of magic, don't get me wrong, that is not bad magic, but I'm really happy that it's a refreshing take on magic, because you have so many different forms of magic in the world of Fairy Tail that it's just absolutely ridiculous. You have summoner kind of wizards, you have people who deal with gravity magic, people who create stuff out of ice and everything. You have Dragon Slayer with elements and all that craziness. There is a lot. There's marksmen who use crazy gun magic and stuff. Pretty much everything can be turned into magic in that world, and I like that a lot because, well, that means there's so much freedom with it. There is an insane amount of freedom, and it's just cool to like see new powers as the show progresses along, as the mango progresses along as well. I know it's manga. Look, I pronounce it mango because it's funny. It's a fruit. There you go. But yeah, Fairy Tail actually does it quite well. The first few episodes in, you might get to Gray. Gray, by the way, is the one of the ice wizards. He is actually one of my favorite characters in the show, because at first you see him and you think, okay, I've watched Naruto, I've watched Shippuden and stuff. You might think, is he just like a weak Sasuke token guy or something? Because he seems to be a little bit brooding at first. He seems to be a little bit emo, like just a little bit cranky and everything. And then you actually see more of his personality, you get more of his backstory and stuff. Because they do backstory and everything extremely well in Fairy Tail. That's also a thing. They do not commit to insane amounts of filler. There are filler arcs, yes, and they're actually quite entertaining, by the way. At least the filler stuff in Fairy Tail is quite entertaining. You don't have to watch it because, of course, we know filler doesn't really contribute to the main plot as much, so you can skip that if you wish to. If you want to have a good laugh, there will be a few episodes that will make you laugh as well, so I do appreciate that. And there's some cool displays of power in the fillers as well, but generally, you don't have to worry about that much filler, and there's also guides out there that will tell you, this is filler, skip this, go to that episode, boom, you're caught up, and that's how it is. And yeah, the show has done it well. The show has also survived a hiatus of a long time. I was actually worried that Fairy Tail would not be coming back, but then, boom, eventually they came back, and the animation looks great. They are in insane arcs right now, and yeah. What can I say? It's smooth sailing for Fairy Tail. So, I like Fairy Tail. I like the characters in Fairy Tail. Erza is probably my favorite female, I would call her a protagonist in that show. Yeah, she is pretty much one of the female protagonists. That's also the thing about Fairy Tail, by the way. Fairy Tail shows you a wide range of, like, people. Like, sure, you have the main cast, like, the main cast, but then people are introduced to main cast as well, from, like, tiny side character roles, tiny villain roles and everything, and you're like, holy shit, this is just now a fully fleshed out character now, and actually part of the gang, and I like that so much. Now keep in mind, yes, people also fling the fact that, like, oh, Fairy Tail does the whole Nakama, friendship, bonding, whatever thing, a little bit too much. Keep in mind, it's very much about Monster Hunter-esque guilds, or well, at least the organization, and in these guilds, you kind of stick together as a family. That's why a lot of these mage guilds exist. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. There's also evil guilds that don't give a shit about stuff, so they just kill people, they do horrible tasks and stuff, but generally, normal guilds, mage guilds, well, yeah, a lot of them do have origins that are like, we want to bond together because we might have lost a lot of people, and we want to support a city and make this our stronghold because it means a lot to us, for example. And whoever joins becomes kind of part of that family, so I can totally get that. I can also get why some people might be a little bit sappy, sick of that or something. But keep in mind, this is what shounens have always done. In One Piece, it's all about the Nakama stuff because you have to protect, in One Piece, of course, you have to protect well, Luffy has to protect his friends, his crew, etc., etc. Then we got Bleach as well, and Ichigo's like, you don't fucking touch my friends, because it's honestly kind of common sense. It is synonymous with shonens, I would say, to a certain degree, that the main characters will always give a shit about their friends, those who are close to them, etc., etc. It's just how it is. It's absolutely how it is. Naruto as well. Naruto is the prime example. Actually, if anything, I think Naruto is guilty of doing it the worst, because he gave so much shits about Sasuke that it's just like, oh, please, just let him go. All of us were yelling, like, let him go. I don't want to get into that. That is for, like, a billion other videos to, talk critically about Shippuden. But anyway, I like Fairy Tail. I like the world. I like the powers, they're done extremely well. I like the characters, I like the animation style, I like the manga as well, which is progressing along nicely. I dig it. It is my favorite shonen, and for good reason. For absolutely good reason. One Piece is probably a close second, honestly, yeah, a close second. It's just that I like some of the characters in Fairy Tail a little bit more. Like, I really like Gray. He's such a good character. There's other characters as well. I actually like Lucy too, because Lucy lately has been getting, well, more useful. In the early stages of the show, she's a little bit on the, like, useless side because she has a weird form of magic that cannot really match up to crazy physical magic or, like, Gray's ice magic right away because it simply couldn't. But anyway, I'm getting too rambly in this. I want to know now, what is your favorite shonen, and why do you like it so much, what draws you to it, etc., etc. Tell me a little bit about it, like I did here as well, and yeah, let me know. Do you... Well, yeah, what do you think of Fairy Tail, really? You just want to kind of know what the general senses of the public is. Like, do you think it's a piece of shit as well? Have you tried it out, etc., etc.? Because that's how I came to this conclusion. I actually, well, yeah, I went to see for myself how Fairy Tail was, and I grew to love it. I grew to absolutely love that show as my favorite shonen. So there you go. Anyway, guys, I think I'll wrap up the video here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I am sorry if it was a little bit too rambly. Keep in mind, this is freeform stuff, so it's to get opinions and stuff out there, and to get stuff talking as well. And hopefully you guys will dig it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you next time. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of, well, Fairy Tail? What is your favorite shonen? And etc., etc. Thank you guys very much. See you next time.